Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from around the world, we are live here from the beautiful Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. There you see a beautiful shot of downtown Nashville, the Batman building. You can almost make it out. There's a good shot of the Batman building. Wrapping up with qualifying here. Be 9 cars making up the field tonight. 8 cars, I believe. Got some great racing action here on the Nashville Fairgrounds mini track, the mini oval, the infield. Kind of goes around pit road. It is just as flat and just as bumpy as the big track. Lot of, actually, I believe most classes at Nashville, weekly classes at Nashville Fairgrounds race on the mini oval, and just a few, of course, the super late models and the tour mods and whatnot, they will race in the big oval. But the legends, the bandos, a lot of classes race the infield oval. But speaking of legends, I believe your normal announcer here on Thursday nights, Atlee Weiss, I believe he is making his debut in a legend tonight. So you're stuck with me. For those of you who do not recognize this beautiful voice, I am Alex Veith, longtime commentator here on Intensity Broadcasting. Waiting for the qualifying clock to wind down. Everybody who's going to turn in a lap has turned in a lap. We're just hanging out and waiting for that clock to expire. Pull up some race info, maybe. Nope, we are going to forego the last minute of qual and go straight into the 1 minute warm up. Get these guys one last chance to shake the car down before we go green flag racing. We are experiencing technical difficulties with the overlay because we are gridded up. All right, let's go ahead and pull up your starting grid. Kieran Church in that double deuce coupe, gonna roll off on the point. Outside of him, Eric Tracy, Rick Rube gonna roll off third. Last night's winner in the tour mods, Josh Oswald in fourth. William Griffith gonna roll off in the fifth spot. Tyler Rice sixth. Matt Knighties seventh. John Bennett, I believe, disconnected. And rounding out your field is the number 9 machine of Mike Veith. Pull up some race information. We're racing on a quarter-mile oval here in Nashville, Tennessee, Music City. I believe they just got a large amount of money to do some renovations here, get it up to snuff, maybe get a cup race here. Pace car is off. You know what's happening. Kick the tires and light the fires for Green Flag Racing. Kieran Church opening up a pretty big gap there. Over Eric Tracy, Rick Rube, Griffith and Oswald side by side. Everything's pretty well single filed out. 75 laps the distance tonight. Looks like we may have had a spinner. Tyler Rice around. Keeps it in the correct direction, and we have chaos and anarchy. Let's see what happened. Ooh, William Griffith dancing with a loose race car. Snaps loose, pounds the wall. Not much he could do there, just kind of long for the ride there at a certain point. Alrighty, 7 complete. 1 caution in already. Looks like the lights are off on the pace car. We're going green next time by. Green flag is out. Rube and Oswald side by side for the 3rd position. Josh Oswald going to drive around on the big end. Looking for some racing action, but not seeing much. Everyone's already fairly well spread out, about 3/10 the gap between everybody. Put on most exciting and see what iRacing thinks is the best battle on the track. Here we got Rick Rube, Eric Tracy, Josh Oswald. Not much happening. Josh Oswald about a second and a half back to Matt Knighty's. Tyler Rice 3/4 back off of him. Same gap between him and Mike Veith. William Griffith looking to make a move on the 9 machine. $14 down of the scheduled 75. We're about a quarter way through this thing. We go back up front. It is still pretty even gap between the top 3. About a half a second between everybody in the top 4. Not enough cars for really anything crazy to happen. Everyone's pretty well spread out and logging laps at this point. Still pretty tame so far. Waiting for something to happen. Mike V's getting ready to go a lap down to Kiernan Church here. The 9 moves up to the high side, gonna let everybody by. Rube driving underneath the 9 machine. Josh Oswald looking to make the move into the corner. No harm, no foul. William Griffith making a move on Rice and 90s. These guys deep in the field having a bit of a struggle. Tyler Rice looped it earlier by himself, didn't bring out a caution. But if they don't get on the loud pedal here soon, they will be trapped a lap down, as we are almost 25 laps into this thing. Oswald looking to make a move on Rick Rube as he has closed the gap. Eric Tracy is about a second ahead of these two. $25 down, 50 to go already. Not much race in action, but these laps are flying by. 15, almost just basically 15 flaps. Eric Tracy with the fastest lap of the race with a 15:03. Kiernan Church with a 15:02. Rube with a 15:25 that time around. Oswald with a 15:17. This is about your only battle on track is Rube and Oswald locked in a battle for the 3rd spot. Rick Rube fresh off a win last night in the Thunderstruck Tour Mods over on Rebels Racing Network. Won in dominating fashion. But running in the 3rd spot tonight. Kiernan Church, 2nd place finisher in that. Josh Oswald rounding out your top 3 last night. Oswald looking to crack the top 3 again. Make it 2 nights in a row. Kiernan Church looking to pull off a win tonight, as he is coming under fire from the 66 machine as he's working lap traffic. Tyler Rice looking to go a lap down, and does. Bit of a gaggle back there, lap cars. As Kiernan clears the lappers and is able to kind of stretch a bit of a lead here. Eric Tracy able to reel back in within 3/10. Eric Tracy the fastest lap of the race that time, 14.96. Kiernan with a 14.99. Kiernan with a 14.96. Tracy with a 15 flat that time around. These guys are cooking, and we're just to the halfway point. Kieran turning up the jets here in the middle stages, trying to pull away from Tracy and hope for a green flag race. Tracy looking to run him down, but not tear up the tires too awfully bad. Oswald got around Rube in the meantime. Lap traffic very well could have played a factor in that, as he is still behind the lappers and Josh Oswald is well in front of him. So the only battle we can really watch here is the battle for the win, just at the halfway point. Cross sticks from Barney on the stand. Let's hop in that double deuce coupe, see what a lap around this place is like. Doesn't look like a lot of brake, looks like a lot of off-throttle rotation. The cars rotate in the corner. And then hard on the gas and aiming at the general direction that is the desired path. Really tacking out these liter motorcycle engines. Oh, we got him tumbling. Mike Veith catches Kieran Church. Not sure what happened there. That is a tough break for the leader. Oh, looks like Kieran snuck a nose up there. May have been anticipating the 9 to go down to the bottom, and the 9 moved up. Didn't know he was there, and sent him tumbling. Kieran Church down pit road, going to take the faster pair. Eric Tracy is going to inherit the lead. Josh Oswald, Rick Rube in the second and third. Kieran Church back down pit road, taking the faster pair that time. As we have just 30 laps for Kieran Church to work his way from 6th to back up to the lead. All right, we got them racked and stacked. Out of 4 we go. Pace car is in. Oswald, Tracy, your front row. Tracy with the jump. Kieran Church looking to pick his way back through with under 30 to go. What a contact there with the 12 machine. Shows a nose. Griffith's going to give it to him on the bottom. Clear. Does not clear the 25. Clears the 21 going into the corner. Little bump and run on the 81. Kieran Church is on a mission. William Griffith, a little wiggle, keeps it in the correct direction. 26 to go. Has his sights set on the 17 machine. I mean, within 2 green flag laps, Kieran Church has picked his way back up to the podium. But the podium is not good enough, as he is looking to run down the 17 machine. Kieran Church is definitely pushing the 17 as fast as it'll go. Little wiggle there on exit. Going to kill a little momentum there out of the 22 machine. 17 still not able to check out on him. Here we go. Kieran Church has the drive on the exit. Going to get underneath the 17. Coming into 1. Oswald is going to concede. Kieran Church is going to clear him onto the backstretch. And has a large 1.4 second gap to close. But as fast as that 22 machine is, I don't see it not happening. With 20 to go. 1.4 the gap into 4. We'll check on that gap here in a couple laps, see where it's at. As you see, scroll across the top, everybody's last lap. Eric Tracy with a 15:06. Kieran Church still in the 15:20s. That gap is growing and not shrinking. 17 to go. Take a run through your field, get a glance at your favorite driver. Eric Tracy still out to 1.6. Tyler Rice, a bit of a struggle, may have overran the corner. .13 to go. That gap is remaining the same. But Rick Rube looking to challenge Oswald. Going to cross him up on the bottom. Gets the run. Clears him. Josh Oswald not able to get the drive off the corner to get the slide job crossover. And Rick Rube into the 3rd spot. 11 to go. William Griffith waiting in the wings, waiting to get a shot at the back bumper of Oswald. As we have 2 hands in the air from Barney. 10 laps remain. As these 3 work around the lap car of Mike Heath, who is going to retire for the night. 9 to go. Eric Tracy out to a commanding lead, 1.6 seconds over Kieran Church. Kieran Church still has a 1.6 over 3rd place Rick Rube. 8 to go as we slowly cook them off into 3 and 4. Here we go. Rick Rube has the lap car of Matt Knighties in his sights. Doesn't have to push the envelope to get to him and get around him. He has plenty of a gap out to 2 seconds. Not sure what happened to Kieran. Kieran with a 14.5 that time around. May have had a slip up. But 5 to go. Just a handful of laps remaining. As the 66 of Eric Tracy is slowly but surely. We have a caution. What happened? William Griffith around. We're about to have ourselves a barn burner. Here we go. Oh, Griffith, too much brake. I guess that's what brought out the caution. I figured that was beyond pit road and out of the way, but I guess not. Kieran Church breathing a sigh of relief as we're going to have a green-white checker. That's we're gonna have another exciting finish here tonight. Yeah, definitely going to be a green-white checker because they just tacked on another lap. Here we go. Looks like we're going to be racking them and stacking them. Here we go. The lights are off on the pace car. We're going to send them green flag racing just one more time. Pace car is off. Green flag is out. Tracy with the jump over Church. Church is going to get down to the bottom. Rick Rube, Josh Oswald banging doors back there for the third spot. Here we go. White flag is in the air. Church not quite there. Into 1 and 2. Rube still in third. Oswald in fourth. White flag, turn 4. No one's close enough to make a bump and run. Eric Tracy gonna win it. Nashville Fairgrounds, the Music City Mayhem 75. Kieran Church coming up short. Heartbreak for the Double Deuce Coupe. And Rick Rube in the third spot. Alrighty, we'll throw up your feature results while we wait for folks to get in for interviews. Well, let's talk to Kieran. Hey, Kieran, it's Alex up here in the Intensity booth. You got a copy?
I gotcha.
Well, you had a fantastic race going. Got caught up in a bit of a miscommunication there with the lap car, Mike Veith. Drove one hell of a race to get back up to second. To go and take us through your race.
Yeah, it was a good race. I kind of went in blind. I haven't ran these cars in a long time, but I'm after driving them for a little bit. I really like them and forgot how fun they were to drive. But me and Eric were pretty close in speed. It just pretty much who would make the least mistakes to separate ourselves or gain. And unfortunately, when I caught the lap car, he got loose on the outside, and when he went to the inside, I thought that's where he was going to go and let me have the high side down the straightaway. And as soon as I peeked my nose to that outside, he started coming up, and I had nowhere to go. So maybe I should have just been a little bit more patient, but I just thought he was going to let me go, and it was just that's what happens.
Unfortunate event there, cost you the win. As much as I hate to say it, but drove a fantastic race. Next week is Langley. Are you going to make an appearance?
Unfortunately not. I just had the night off, so I figured I'd hop in and drive these things, and I wish I could run more than just this one.
Alrighty, well, hopefully you get a chance to run one more with us before the end of the season.
Yeah, I hope so.
But before we get out of here, you got any friends, family, sponsors I can thank before we get out of here?
I got to thank you for doing the broadcast, Thunderstruck, everybody over here. It's fun racing with these guys, Velocity Motorsports, SPM, and Jet Designs.
Alrighty, that is second place, Kieran Church. I don't have anybody else to talk to. I don't have anybody else to talk to, so I'm going to talk to you, Mr. Rice. How was your sixth place finish? Take us through your race.
Well, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end, and thank God it's over because I couldn't drive the car.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know. It was rough, and then I got a phone call in the middle of it, so I was trying to drive without headphones on, and trying to listen to your motor. That just don't work very well. So it was quite an interesting race for me, to say the least. But yeah, it is what it is.
Alrighty, well, I found the rest of the people I got to talk to, so best luck next week.
All right, later, everybody.
Alrighty, I found them. They're hiding in another channel. Alrighty, your third place finisher, Rick Rube. You got a copy. This is Alex up here in the Intensity booth.
Yeah, I got you, Alex.
Well, that's 2 nights in a row I got a chance to speak with you. Had a pretty good battle there with Oswald and Griffith there for quite a while. Why don't you go ahead and take us through your race?
Yeah, I was trying to keep tires under it. These things kind of wear the right rear off, so you got to be careful, right? So I wasn't wanting to push it real hard, but they insisted on racing me. What are you going to do, right?
Yeah, it's either race them or finish fifth.
Yeah, we can't have that. So now we can get to talk to you.
All right, next week we head to Langley Speedway. How you feeling about your chances there?
I actually really like Langley, so we'll see what happens. I guess, these are a little bit like a box of chocolates. I never know what I'm going to get when I run these legend cars. Sometimes the track and the setup works for me, and sometimes it doesn't. We'll just have to see.
All right, before we get out here, you got any friends, family, sponsors you'd like to thank?
Well, I want to thank the Islander Inn in Putin Bay and SPM and Daniel Pope and all the boys over at SPM. Thunderstruck for putting the races on, and you guys for broadcasting. Appreciate it. Do a great job.
All righty, well, that's 2 nights in a row. Hopefully you can bust off another one on Wednesday night to get another chance to talk to you.
Yeah, I hope this becomes a trend.
All righty, best of luck to you. All right, now we have your feature winner. Hey, Eric, this is Alex up here in the Intensity booth. You got a copy?
Hey, how's it going?
Had a pretty solid piece tonight. Got gifted one by the 9. As much as I hate to say it, as much as I like Kieran, but drove a better. You guys are pretty well evenly matched, but it seems like you may have made less mistakes than Kieran, and that's what brought you to victory lane.
Yeah, I mean it. Obviously, it was a tough deal with what happened to him. I mean, I don't want to win it that way for sure. But yeah, I mean it was really tough. I don't know if I could have caught him if that hadn't happened. The way these cars drive at this place with this iRacing set, they have a really bad wheel hop on exits. So it's all about managing throttle, and I was trying to save some tire, and I made a few runs at him and would make up some time, but every now and then I'd step over it and just lose all that time again.
All right, next week we head to Langley Speedway. How do you feel about your chances there?
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that place, so there's no
makes two of
telling
us.
what may happen there. So we'll just have to see how it works out.
It is very flat and very unforgiving. That is for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely not. It's not on my
No.
list of favorite racetracks for
Well,
sure.
it's got more banking. It's one of the highest banked tracks on the schedule. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, that's actually probably true. Most of these are really flat, so.
All right, before we get out of here, you got any friends, family, sponsors? I think.
Just you know, the SPM guys. Most of them weren't able to run the night, which you know, hopefully they'll be able to come back here in the next week or two. And you know, Thunderstruck and you guys for putting on all the stuff.
All righty. Hope we get a chance to talk to you next week. Best of luck.
All right, I appreciate it.
All righty. Well, that's all I got for you guys tonight. I believe you'll have your normal Atlee Atman Weiss in the booth next week. And I will be on the racing surface finishing somewhere between last and probably next to last. But that's all I got for you guys tonight. As a wise man once said,